Welcome to Parenting ADHD with Aymara, the podcast for parents who want to create calmer homes, improve their child's focus and behavior, and reduce the daily stress that often comes with raising a child with ADHD. If you're dealing with meltdowns, homework battles, constant reminders, emotional overwhelm, or simply feeling exhausted and unsure of what to do next, you are in the right place. I'm Aymara Valladares, licensed clinical professional counselor and creator of the Calm Focus method. For years, I've helped parents better understand ADHD and implement practical strategies that create lasting change at home and at school. Each week, I'll share simple tools, real-life examples, and proven techniques to help you reduce chaos, build stronger connection with your child, and create the calm, structured environment where children with ADHD can thrive. So whether you're driving to work, folding laundry, or taking a well-deserved break, thank you for being here. Let's get started. This is Parenting ADHD with Aymara Valladares. Hello and welcome back to Parenting ADHD with Aymara Valladares. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're talking about something that can make even the most confident parent feel overwhelmed, and it's public meltdowns. Maybe it's happened at the grocery store, the doctor's office, church, a birthday party, or right in the middle of Target. Your child is upset, people are staring. You can almost feel the judgment before anyone says a word. And in that moment, it can feel like every eye in the room is on you. If you ever wanted to leave your shopping cart behind and walk straight out of the store, this episode is for you. One of the parents I work with sat with me and said, Aymara, I don't know what's harder anymore, the meltdowns or the people watching them. She told me about a trip to the grocery store. Her 7-year-old wanted a toy. She said no. Within seconds, he was screaming. He threw himself on the floor. People stopped walking. One woman shook her head. Another whispered something to the person beside her. She said, I wanted to disappear. She wasn't embarrassed because her son had ADHD. She was embarrassed because she felt everyone believed she was a bad parent. Maybe you felt that too. And before we talk about what to do, let's take a moment to imagine what your child might be experiencing. Because many children with ADHD don't have a gradual build-up to big emotions. It's more like a light switch. One moment they're okay, and the next moment their nervous system feels completely overwhelmed. That doesn't make the behavior acceptable, but it helps us understand why reasoning with them during a meltdown usually doesn't work. When a child is emotionally flooded, they're not choosing logic. They're trying to survive a feeling that seems too big for them. Why public meltdowns feel different? Can I tell you something? Most parents tell me they're not nearly as upset about the meltdown itself. They are upset because it happened in public. Why? Because people are watching. And as parents, we often believe everyone is judging us. Sometimes they are, others they're not. Either way, your focus needs to stay on the one person who needs you the most, and that's your child. Let's coach this together. I'd like you to imagine you are standing in the checkout line. Your child sees a candy bar. You say no. Your child begins yelling. What's the first thing most parents do? We start explaining. We have candy at home. You don't need that. Stop crying. But here's the thing. A child in the middle of a meltdown isn't ready for a lesson. I like you to be very clear. They are overwhelmed. Instead, you need to do this. Take one slow breath. Lower your voice instead of raising it. Come closer to your child. If it's safe, get down to their eye level. Then say something simple. I can see you're really upset. I'm here with you. We are going to get through this together. Notice what you're not saying. You are not negotiating. You're not giving up. You're helping your child feel safe while holding the boundaries. And this is another real life example. A father once told me at the office, I used to rush my son out of every store because I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. Then he made one small change. Instead of focusing on everyone else, he focused on his son. He stopped worrying about what strangers thought. He started helping his child regulate. A few months later, he said, the meltdowns didn't disappear overnight, but I stopped feeling ashamed of them. And at that moment, everything changed. What not to do? And I like you to hear this very clear. When emotions are high, I like you to avoid arguing, long lectures, asking your son or your daughter, why are you acting like this? Comparing your child to other kids. Remember, a dysregulated child needs connection before correction. The teaching can happen later when everyone is more calm. I like you to use the calm focus tool. When a meltdown happens, follow this. Stay as calm as you can. Lower your voice. Move closer to your child instead of farther away. Use short, reassuring phrases. Hold the limit without arguing. Leave the situation if your child needs a quiet space. Your calm becomes an anchor for your child's overwhelmed nervous system. This week at home, I'd like you to try this. Think about the last public meltdown. Not to criticize yourself, to learn from yourself. And I'd like you to ask this. What triggered the meltdown? Was my child already overwhelmed? How did I respond? What might I try different next time? This is called the ABC. The A is the antecedent, the B is the behavior, and the C is the consequences. What happens before, during, and after a meltdown? Remember, every difficult moment teaches us something. Here's today's tiny reminder. You are not defined by your child's hardest moments. A public meltdown does not make you a bad parent. It means your child needed more support than they had in the moment. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep leading with calm. If you ever left a store or a public place feeling defeated after a public meltdown, I hope today's episode reminds you that you're not alone. Your child doesn't need a perfect parent. They need a calm, compassionate guide who can help them through life's biggest feelings. And that's exactly what you are becoming. One moment, one day, and one small step at a time. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, share it with another parent who could use a reminder that they're doing better than they think. I'm Aymara Valladares, and this has been Parenting ADHD. Less chaos, more connection, lasting change. Thank you for joining me on Parenting ADHD with Aymara Valladares. Parenting a child with ADHD can feel overwhelming, but lasting change is possible when you have the right tools and the right approach. I hope today's episode has helped you better understand your child, given you practical strategies you can use right away, and brought you one step closer to creating a calmer home, improving your child's focus and behavior, and reducing the daily stress that leaves so many families exhausted. If you'd like to learn more about how to get my direct help, visit thecalmfocusmethod.com, where you'll find free resources and information about how we can work together to help your family thrive. Remember, your child is not broken. They need understanding, structure, and support, and so do you. Until next time, keep showing up, keep learning, and keep moving forward. I'm Aymara Valladares, and this has been Parenting ADHD. Less chaos, more connection, lasting change.